You know what I cannot stand, YouTube fam? I cannot stand when people just trying to be liked by everybody. Like, it's so annoying, and it's okay. The whole world is not going to like you. Not everybody is going to like you. And that is perfectly okay. It's fine. And I say this in the most humblest, respectfulest way, but trying to be liked by everybody, that is so toxic. Aren't you tired of minimizing who you are or pretending to be something that you're not or someone that you're not just so the crowd can please you, just so the crowd can validate you, just so the crowd can validate your ego, boost your ego, just so you can feel like you fit in? Forget fitting in. How about standing out? Whatever happened to your own individuality? Whatever happened to personality? Whatever happened to you just liking your own uniqueness? I just feel like it's so annoying when people are just trying to be liked by everybody. And in reality, not everyone in this world is going to like you. Not everyone is going to be your cup of tea. And that is okay. It's okay to outgrow people. And it's okay if certain people are just not your vibe. I'd rather people not like me for genuinely and authentically who I am than for a whole bunch of fake people to love me for who I'm not. And this is what annoys me the most, because I've been in situations like this. I've been in situations where people act a certain way that they're not just to please a crowd. Like, for example, let's say I'm hanging out with someone and me and this person, we love pizza. And now we're hanging out with a whole group of people. And this group of people is like, oh, I don't like pizza. Pizza is just not my thing anymore. I outgrew pizza. Now the person I'm hanging out with, she's like, oh yeah, we don't need to do pizza. Like, it's fine. And I'm just looking at this person like, why do you have to change who you are just to fit in? Why do you have to minimize who you are just so you could feel like you're part of this group? Like, these people are not your people. Sometimes in life, you're going to be around people like they're not going to always agree with you, which is okay. These people you're not going to resonate with, which is okay, but you don't minimize who you are. You don't diminish your personality. You don't dim who you are just to please someone else. When I started becoming a content creator, when I started my YouTube channel, I noticed like a lot of my friends are not going to support me. I noticed that. And I'm not going to beg my friends to support me. I'm not going to beg my family members to support me. You either support me or you don't. Like, you're not entitled to. I'm not going to beg you for validation. I'm not going to beg you for approval. Like, a lot of y'all got to realize that you guys are great without approval, without validation, without a congratulation, without a celebration from other people. You got to know that you're great. Even if you're showing up and no one is supporting you, no one is celebrating you, no one is clapping for you, you got to know that you're great. You got to know that you're unique. You got to know that you're different. You got to know that there's something about you that is special, that you can make some type of impact in this world. And if you're not trying to make impact, that's perfectly fine. But you got to like who you are. Love who you are first. Like who you are first. I really think it's important that you like yourself. That way you don't need other people's validation to feel good about yourself. How exhausting and how tiring is it to be around people you don't relate to anymore, you don't resonate with anymore? These people are not your vibe and you're not their vibe. But why do you have to beg? Why do you have to fake who you are, hide your personality, minimize your own individuality, minimize your own uniqueness just to feel like you fit in? If these people are not your people, then that's good. You don't need these kind of people in your life, because when you do something different, when you start something different, when you start becoming the best version of you, or when you are just authentically you and these people are not your people, let me tell you something. These people are not going to help you win. These people are not going to appreciate you. These people are not going to celebrate you. Be around those that really love you for you, instead of people that are just loving you for who you not. One thing I noticed is that for a lot of y'all that started a brand or a business, or you guys are just trying to elevate in your life, even if your friends and your family may not be the ones supporting you, or they may not be the ones helping you get to the top, and you may feel discouraged, but if you know in your heart there's something about you that is special, that there's something about you that you can make some type of change or some type of impact, or you know in your heart that God has a special higher calling for you, you don't ever diminish that for anyone else. You don't ever let that go. You don't ever quit. You don't ever quit, because the people that you are so fond of, the people that you think that will help you get to your next level, is not helping you win. It's not celebrating you. You don't quit because of them, because most of the time it's the people that you know that it's not going to help you win. It's the strangers that is going to help you win. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that don't ever lose sight of who you are just so you can please someone else, just so you can please a crowd. A lot of people is not going to like you. A lot of people is not going to agree with you. A lot of people is going to have a different perspective of what your perspective is. But you stand 10 toes down on your opinion, on your beliefs, on your values. Don't let no one change that. Don't let anybody change that. Don't let anyone make you feel different, or don't let anyone make you feel like there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. You just haven't found your crowd of people. You haven't found like-minded individuals that believe in what you believe in, or that can relate to you, or that can resonate with you, or that can support you. I remember when I was in high school, I was hanging around with someone and she hated seafood. She hated seafood. And it would make other friends around me, even me, even myself, like it would make me super uncomfortable if I buy seafood around her, because she would be like, oh my God, I hate the smell of seafood. So I remember I just wouldn't eat seafood around her because it would bother her so much. Like, she would be so negative. She was just very opinionated. And that bothers me. Like, why do I have to stop enjoying eating seafood because a certain person around me hates it and she talks so bad about seafood? Like, no, she just wasn't my person, and I just wasn't her type of friend to be around. Like, I'm not gonna diminish who I am just to please someone else. I'm not doing that. So like, every time we would go into a restaurant and I just wanted some seafood from time to time, or if one of my other friends in the group, she wanted seafood, I remember like this certain person would be like, why are you getting seafood? Like, she would make us kind of feel bad about it. And like, we wouldn't do it just to make her comfortable, just to make her happy. But it's like, at the end of the day, why do I have to do that? If you're my friend and you don't like seafood or whatever it is, like, I shouldn't have to stop eating seafood because you don't like the smell of it, or you want to talk bad about seafood. Like, if you're for me, you would accept me for who I am. And I think a lot of people nowadays, they're just around people, not for who they truly are, but what they can gain from them. So that's why I'm always saying, like, choose your friends really wisely, or choose the people, because they don't even have to be friends. A lot of this could be family. It's the same thing when you are breaking generational curse, when you are breaking generational trauma. A lot of your family, a lot of your friends, especially family, they're not going to really agree with what you're doing. But if you know there's something deeper and there's something greater and there's something bigger for you on the other side, then go for it. It doesn't matter if they don't believe in you. It doesn't matter if they're not showing up for you. You show up for yourself, because God will always be your biggest supporter. God will always take you to places where you've never been. God will put you in a room with people that are like-minded, people that are going to celebrate you, people that are going to make you happy, people that are going to fuel you to continue what it is that you started doing. Like, when I started creating content, none of my friends and the family members that I thought would support me, none of them was supporting me. But when I started doing YouTube, like, I realized like there is a community of women or of men or of people that are really touched by what I'm saying, or my opinions, or by my content, or by my perspective on a lot of things. And that's what drives me. That's what fuels me. That gives me a sense of purpose to keep doing what I want to do. So more of the story is that not everyone's going to like you. And that is okay, because you want to be around people that genuinely loves you or likes you for you being authentically you, than to be around so many people that just likes you for who you're not. And I say this because growing up, I realized this so much. I realized this so much when I was hanging out with certain people. It was just certain things about the friendships that I didn't like the version of myself. Like, I did not like the version. I didn't like who I was when I was hanging out with these people. I felt like I was just diminishing my personality. Like, I wanted to please everybody. I wanted to put everyone before me. I wanted to have everyone to like me for who I'm not, just to get that validation, just to feel like I'm a part of a group. And you know, that's so toxic. And at the end of the day, you're losing who you are, and it just means that you don't even like yourself. Like, you stop loving yourself, and you don't know who you are, and you don't even like yourself anymore because you need outside approval for you to feel good about yourself. And that's not healthy, and that's very toxic, and that's not a way to live. If you really want people that is genuine to you, and you want a loyal crowd, and you want to feel supported, and you want to feel happy, make sure that you love yourself first, and that you like yourself first, so that you don't need any outside external validation for you to know who you are. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that you should get validation and you should feel happy about is God. That's it. It's really God. That's the only one that you could really vent to. That's the only person that is going to have your back. That's the only person that's never going to leave your side. So not everyone's going to like you, and that is okay. People that is not going to like you, they're not going to pay your bills. People that's going to talk bad about you, they're not going to get you out of your current situation right now. They're not going to help you build generational wealth. So it's okay. Stop trying to be liked by everybody. You should never want to be liked by everybody, because everybody in this world is not for you. Just like I noticed growing up, even the people that you put so many years of friendships and so many years of history, you realize at an older age, like, these people were not really there for you, or these people are not really for you, and that is okay. So I'm gonna end this video here. And if you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back for more videos.